All right, let's get a Royal Roundup, which is rather sporting this week. Here is our Royal expert, Patricia Treble, who joins us now. Patricia, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, yes, sport seems to be the theme for the Royals this weekend. And we're going to start with the Princess Catherine, who sent a surprise message to Andy Murray as his incredible career at Wimbledon comes to a close.
Yeah, 12 years, 2 championships. First Englishman in 77 years to win it. And she gave a personal thanks. Of course, she's patron of the club, but they know each other really well because they are really big proponents on getting young people into the sport. So they do a lot of engagements. And also, she does a lot with his mother, who is also very, very active. So it was a lovely thing to see. Yeah.
All right. From Kate to William, we can't get enough of William's reactions at Euro Cup this past weekend.
Yeah, super fan. I mean, man, you could see how the shootout was going by just watching him, because every expression was on his face, including finally jubilation. And I love the fact that behind him, his military aide, his police officers, they were also getting in on it. They just completely lost. Yeah.
I was wondering if that was a security detail.
Yeah. So it's like, and so here's the thing now. They're in the semifinals. So Wednesday, they're meeting the Netherlands. It's in Germany. Here's the question. Are one of the kids going to go? Because their school got out on Friday. So you got to wonder if he might take one of the kids along.
Might see Louis and see if he can outdo his dad.
I'm thinking George or Charlotte might have the ins on this one.
Okay, we will find out. Keeping with our sporting theme, next up is William again, but this time seen sporting a new royal ride.
Yep. He's got a scooter. He's got an electric scooter. Now, reports last year that he'd got this, but this is the first time we've actually seen it in action. And look, he's going through one of the big gates at Windsor Castle, and he's going at a clip, I'm going to say. So, gonna wonder where the helmet is. People were wondering if it may have been one of the kids' ones, but he is so tall. I think that is an adult one. There's no question.
And he uses this to go kind of back and forth?
Exactly. Their home, Adelaide Cottage, is just tucked right in behind Windsor Castle. So rather than drive, and it's faster than walking, just take an electric scooter.
You don't do this at the MacArthur estate?
All the time. No, actually, it's a short walk between the one bathroom to the one bedroom.
The Prince also in a documentary that's coming this fall.
So it's we've been talking about his 5-year campaign to come up with solutions for homelessness. And they had ITV, which is one of the big British broadcasters, has been behind the scenes for the first year of this campaign. And it's going to be a 2-part series. It's going to air in the fall. No word yet on whether it's going to air in Canada or in North America, but this is going to be fascinating. And of course, this was one of the big topics that he could not talk about during the British election because, of course, there's a housing crisis that could interfere into politics. So we had to wait till after the election to even hear about this documentary because now they can go back to their normal duties.
Okay.
All right. Meanwhile, the Invictus Games, of course, is the cause that Harry, his brother, Prince Harry, is most noted for. And plans are moving forward to give Harry the Pat Tillman Award later this week at the ESPY Awards, which is brought to you by ESPN, which I only mentioned because it continues with our sporting theme. But this is despite the controversy that we were speaking about last week.
They are absolutely going ahead with this, and they reiterated it. They're going to give him the award. They think he's worthy of it because it's for service, and of course the Invictus Games is such a good cause. I think the event itself on Thursday is going to be fine because it's being hosted by Serena Williams, who's, of course, a very good friend of theirs. They were all together down in Florida when he was filming the polo series that he's doing for Netflix. The concern, of course, is that his controversy is now bleeding into his causes. So the controversy is now rubbing off on the Invictus Games, and that is not good because, of course, next year it's going to be in Canada. Yeah.
Okay. All right. On Friday, we saw the King formally introduce the new Prime Minister.
Exactly. So the ceremony is called just, kissing of hands. Now, there is no kissing of hands at this point. It's just historical. But, the old Prime Minister goes, and then the new Prime Minister comes in. We saw a little bit of an intro, and then the King simply just says, do you want to form a government? He says, yes. You got a new Prime Minister. We don't actually know what happens in the actual meeting, though it's just the two of them. And they never talk about it. But the amazing thing was that everyone was then back at the palace the next day, 9:45 a.m. on a Saturday. Keir Starmer, all his cabinet, because they had to be sworn in the Privy Council. So the King had to do that. And for that one, they actually do kiss hands, although it's more of a graze.
Okay.
So,
All right.
Yeah. So.
Really, really interesting.
And so this is, it's the sort of constitutional duties you really don't really see. You see them every, 5 years, and then they just vanish. But we're hoping it's every 5 years because, of course, this is the third prime minister the king has had in 22 months.
Yeah, in less than 2 years of his reign. So Charles is becoming quite accustomed to this.
He is getting very familiar with this sort of duty.
All right, Patricia Treble, always great to see you on a Monday, and thanks for another Royal Roundup.
Thank you.